Red Bull gives you rings. All right, this week at with the Porsche Cup, we are doing the Red Bull Ring Grand Prix layout. Last season we did the national layout, which cut out one of the big corners from this track, so we didn't have that. So a little bit of it was kind of a repeat as far as what corners we're covering and everything. But yeah, we got the full track this season. Made it a little easier for me to kind of figure out. Was a lot closer to the quick guys last season than I am. This season we ended up with a 1:31.502. I think the quick guys are going to be doing about a second and a half quicker. But it's also a longer course with more corners, so more chances for me to not do quite as optimally. But yeah, we'll show you the lap here, and then we'll talk about how we did it, and then we'll be back. Here you go.
Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 2 is a tenth off your best. Your lap time was at 31.50. Sector 3 time is quick.
All right, Red Bull Ring Grand Prix layout, fixed Porsche Cup setup. 42.5, I believe, is the brake bias. We got ourselves a 1:31.502. Let's see how we did it. Got ourselves a pretty decent last couple of corners there. We did the other setup last season, so doing all right. I kind of think about lifting around the 150 and then hitting my brakes around a little bit before the 100 here, trying to not cross my feet, and I failed. So yeah, we're peaking right about the 100, starting our braking just after the 150. Just braking in a straight line as much as we can here, and then we'll start to come off the brakes and trail as we come over to this little side here. I can't get over too much onto that anti-cut or we'll get an off track, and just power on out. You can go a little bit over onto that yellow sausage curb there, but not a ton. Bunch of straightaway here. All right, again, kind of doing the same thing. We're gonna think about lifting here, and then brakes a little bit before the 100, so maybe about halfway between these markers, and then just braking in a straight line as much as we can here, and then kind of as we approach the end, we're going to start letting off the brakes and turning in. Then as we hit the curb here, we're going to start to open up the wheel.
The track temperature is increasing.
And power
it's
out,
now
and Jim
71
is going to
Fahrenheit.
give me a notification as we do that. But yeah, we're just powering out here. And another big long straightaway. What's the straightaways here? And then I'm gonna brake a little earlier on this corner since it's downhill. A little tougher. Lift, and then we're gonna brake like pretty much right after that 150. Again, trying to do as much of this in a straight line as we can. Then start to come off the curbing and brakes at the same time. Just trailing a little bit of brakes, and then we're gonna power a little bit, and then as we open up the wheel, we're gonna put the rest of the throttle in, and then we're just throttling through the rest of this corner. This one is going to be closer to the 50 where we brake. Around here. And not nearly so much on the brakes. I didn't quite get this corner quite right. But just a little bit of braking. Get a little bit closer to the... Hold a little tighter to that line there, but I think it was too detrimental. And then we're just powering in as we hit our closest point there. We're going to start putting the throttle in, and then as we straighten out the wheel, we'll put the rest of the throttle in, and we're going to try and get as far over on the right here as we can and use as much of this little area as we can. We're going to brake. We're going to try and really come close on this corner. We're just trail braking a little bit, and then we're going to put on the power kind of as we meet up to this curb here. We're going to start thinking about putting a little bit more power in. So we're trying to straighten this out as much as we can. If we get on the power too early, we're going to end up over here. So we gotta wait, be patient, and wait a little bit as we do. So we kind of wait till we can see the opening open up, and then we're gonna put down the power and straighten out the wheel. Not 100%, but quite a bit. And then we're off to the races as we go, full throttle. And we'll end up coming onto this curve a little bit. And we are pretty much back on the other layout that we did last season. Gonna lift a little bit early here, and then brakes around the 100. And again, as much as we can in a straight line, then we're gonna start coming down on the brake pressure. Start feeding in a little bit of throttle. And I think you can use a bit more curb than I did here. I remember last season I had a lot of trouble with off-tracks here, so I was trying to play it a little safer this time. Yeah, we're gonna trying to think of a good breaking point here. It's mostly by feel. As we approach this last corner here, we're gonna brake a little bit, and I drop down to third, and then accelerate on out. Again, just hold off on 100% until we get most of the wheel straightened down, and that's pretty much it. Full throttle the rest of the way. Tear off the windshield, and we got ourselves a 131.502. Alrighty, so yeah, happy with my time. 131.502. Like I said, I think the fast guys are going to be doing 130s, mid to low 130s, maybe high 129s. I don't know. We'll see. I am heading out of town, so I don't know if I'll get a race done this week or not before I head out. I do have the Monza guide up, and that'll be up next week on the Monday. So that'll go live. Hit subscribe if you want to see it. Be there when it pops up, and thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't. We won't have streams for a couple weeks, but if you want to head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman and hit the follow button over there, that'll get you notified when we do start doing the streams again. I am gonna try and get a Fuji one re-recorded. I do have the one from last season. I think that the track conditions and car changes might make this season a little slower than that one, but we'll see. Like I said, I'll try and get one recorded, but I can't say for sure if we will. Anyway, until next time, bye.